an awful lot of chefs in the world. Only a very few elite top chefs. What distinguishes the very best from the rest?
I think it is, first of all, it's a mindset. It's a work ethic. And I think there is a type of sacrifice that a top chef has and wants to sort of drive themselves individually and as an individual to excel head and shoulders above everybody else. And you know, a lot of advice that I've ever had through the years, coming through the ranks, and it came from my father originally, was to stand out from the crowd. And to do that, you need to do something different. Most
of the great chefs around the world started as apprentices to other truly great chefs. And if we look at your CV, you work with Albert Roux. You've obviously famously worked a lot with Gordon Ramsay. They're both, in their different ways, great chefs. So did you acquire skills and knowledge directly from them?
Oh, without a doubt. Your travels, your working in kitchens is the foundation of who you are as a chef. The most important thing about being a good chef, or trying to be a good chef, or someone who's going to be a little bit different, is working with some of the best chefs. And when you work through all the different kitchens, you're inspired, you're energized, but you're also gathering knowledge, education, and discipline. They're leaders of examples and they're leaders of their industry, and they have something to offer. They may not tell or talk to you every day. They may not tell you an idea or a recipe, but you have to go into their kitchens and feed off their energy like a big battery that you just suck in everything out of it. You store it while you're training. You go and train more. You put it on the shelf. You go and train in another kitchen. You put all that information on the shelf. And then when you become a head chef, you bring it all down and you use all that experience.
I've got, as it happens, your menus from last night here at Marcus, your flagship 2 Michelin star restaurant. And therefore, I'm looking at this. I mean, it all looks delicious. I notice a very big emphasis on British produce. You know, from starters of wood pigeon and Portland crab and glazed ox tongue with Dorset snails, through to your mains. Herdwick lamb one, Cumbrian rose veal neck another, grouse, all of this sounds delicious, but very British.
Yes.
So this who am I question, what are your menus saying about who you are?
So the way I look at my restaurants, and because the way in which industry has changed and farming and the way in which we receive our produce, I look at the UK, the United Kingdom, as my local community of food. Because I could put an order in this morning in Scotland and get it tomorrow morning. Things move very quickly now around the country. So local, United Kingdom. Then I spread further afield into Europe for other different types of produce that are better or farmed better or just taste better. And we're always searching for something really nice. But I don't like to go too far across the world to gather food produce.
So this idea of food miles matters to you?
Very much so. I think now in the world we need to be very careful that we're not purchasing too much from all over the world. I don't, have Japanese flavors through my menu. I don't have curries going through the menu. There's certain things that I don't need to put in to this menu because it's not really a reflection of me as a person. I've never trained in lots of different cuisines, but I will never experiment them on my menu. So the reflection of the menu and the ingredients that you have talked about are about a local lad from the northwest of England using the produce of this fabulous country, this island that we live on.
I love it. The phrase "a local lad" from, I think it was Southport, wasn't it, in the northwest of England, with a dad who was a market trader. It's a great story. Does it sit uneasily with you in any way that here we are in the very poshest, most expensive part of London, and all this fabulous food you're serving, it comes at a price? Your tasting menu is £120, or roughly $140. Your a la carte, I imagine, a dish will be what? A main would be £60, £70?
Just a bit less than that.
Yeah. But, these are big numbers for most. I mean, this is out of the reach of most people. For a local lad from Southport, does that bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me because I think it's not about all men being equal. It's about a matter of choice. And I think what we do offer is choice. And to the choice, there are tasting menus, there are a la carte menus, but there are also very good, reasonable lunch menus. The wine is of your choosing. You can come to this restaurant and spend the same amount of money on a glass of wine than you would in a good bar or a good pub. It's all a point of choice. So with the thousands of bottles that we have on our menu, when you come here, There is something for everybody. So I don't look at it as this is a rich man's room or we're in Knightsbridge. Anybody can come to my restaurant. You can have some tap water, you can have a glass of house wine, and you can have a lunch menu. And for 2 people, you could be out the door less than £100 if that's how you wish. But it's your choice to come and spend the value that you want to spend. But isn't it nice, even from a northern lad, to maybe come with your girlfriend or your wife and dress up and come to Knightsbridge, come to London, do something different? We're not on everyone's doorstep. We just happen to be in the heart of London. I sort of love it. I'm proud to have worked my way from there. It didn't arrive on a silver tray. It was a lot of hard work.